So if you've been watching this channel for more than about 5 minutes, you already know the thing that I hate most about tablets is that they're so fragile. I don't want to use something that I'm going to break, because if it can break, I'm going to break it. In theatrical circles, that's called foreshadowing. If it can break, I'm going to break it, which is why I like HotWave as a brand. First off, they make a lot of cool rugged stuff, but also when they make stuff that's ruggedized, they also are real smart about it. They're thinking it through. They're not like other companies that are just like fashion brands. HotWave, while it is a handsome device, all the decisions are clearly made with some thought behind them. So this is, just to throw out some specs there, this is, for the durability side of it, mil-spec 810H, IP69K 68, which means basically you could strap this to the end of the pole and probably use it as a bludgeoning weapon. And if you need to clean it afterwards, you just stick it in the dishwasher. She's ready to go. Let me show you what I mean by the clever design. So it's ruggedized. So you're going to have large bezels, which I actually like, because that way if you're holding it, you're not actually accidentally touching the screen. A lot of the newer tablets, they have no bezels, so you have to hold them like this, or you have to cradle them in your hand, which makes it almost impossible to hold the thing without breaking, which I think is by design. They want to trick you into thinking that no bezels, no bezels, however you want to pronounce it, is a good thing, so that you break it and then have to buy a new one, right? Not here. So like the edges here. Let's just stick with the edges. You see, this is actually, the orange part is actually indented into the black. And this is thick, rubberized. It doesn't feel like rubber though. It's like hard plastic rubber. And the edges, just like on the Hyper 7 Pro, you see how that corner is raised up there? See that? That way, as I've said before in other videos, if you put it down on something, the screen is ever so slightly raised above the surface of that surface. So the screen doesn't actually touch it. Now that's of course only going to be on a super flat surface, but hey, it's better than some rounded off thing that as soon as you put it down on anything, the glass of the screen, this screen is so scratched up you can barely use it. The screen's lifted off. So it's going to keep the screen from being scratched up a little bit. And it comes with a screen protector that I did a terrible job installing, so don't make fun of me. Usually I do a lot better job than this. On the corners, see how the corners are actually raised up a little bit more? That's going to give a little bit more protection in a drop. And as soon as I took this out of the box, I noticed this texture. Now you have to put the strap on if you want the strap. This right here, it almost feels like sandpaper. I mean, it's softer than sandpaper, so I can rub my finger out, it doesn't hurt. But the grip you're going to get with that. This is designed to not be dropped, where this is clearly designed to be dropped. And they tell you this is fashionable and that's why you need this. This is a utility piece of equipment right here. And I love the orange accents. Now you can get this in all black, but one of the problems I have with almost every electronic device is in that it's all black. If you have this sitting somewhere, you can't see it. I actually take the remote control from my TV and I paint it white so that I can find the thing in the dark. This strap, which is adjustable, makes it completely one-handable. So you could use this like this and not worry about dropping it, where as an iPad you're going to have to buy something to do that, or you're going to have to try and, you know, do one of these. So the second part of what makes this really great is that it doesn't have a dinky battery. This has a 10,800 milliamp hour battery. So you can get tablets with bigger batteries, you can get tablets with smaller batteries, and the trade-off that you have with a really big tablet with like a 30,000, 20,000 milliamp hour battery is that they're super heavy, and then you're getting into laptop weights, and you know, maybe you need that, but this is a nice, light enough, you could play games on this if you needed to, wanted to, and it's not going to wear out your hand. It's nice and light. 10,800 milliamp hour battery. That's pretty darn big. So another one of the neat little things about this is that if you want to use this as a giant cell phone, which sounds silly, but if you wanted to use it as a giant cell phone, I don't know if you can see that icon right there. See that icon? This can be used as a phone. Try that, Apple. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm alive.
You're what?
I'm alive.
Okay, you're talking very softly. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. All right, that's all I needed, just to prove that this actually works as a phone. All right, talk to you later. You love me.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. And so on the bottom here you have two flaps. This one says TF TF/SIM card, and next to it is the USB-C port. I've bragged on Hotwave before. They're very smart about some of the things they do, and this is one of them. See how orange? See how that's orange? So I can really easily, even in dim lighting, I could manage to plug this thing in. If that was black in there, you couldn't find that hole very easily to be poking around. And of course, then on the other side, you have the SIM card slot. Just for a little bit of a tour, on the opposite side, you have power button and volume rocker. So if you could fix everything wrong with this, you'd probably end up with this, or something very similar. You would not have to worry about breaking it because it's so durable. You wouldn't have to worry about the battery dying because the battery's enormous. And you could put your SIM card in it, which is what I'm about to do. We're going to put our SIM card in this, and me and my two younger kids are going to go up in the mountains. We're going to go hiking. We're going to play in creeks. We're going to catch salamanders. And this is going to be our cell phone, camera, GPS for the whole day. And we're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to be camping out in the woods, having a good old time. We're going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to see how it fared and see what we think. And so you just need to wait about 3 seconds for that. 1, 2.
The next day.
Remember when I said, when I unboxed this HotWav R10 Pro, I said I was going to beat the stew out of it and actually use it? I wasn't lying. In HotWave, I may have broken it. Okay, so let me explain to you what I mean, what I may have broken it. So we were hiking with this on a rather strenuous mountain path, and I think I was handing it to one of my sons, and I let go before he grabbed it, and I don't know if you can see, but it looks like, there it is. You see that? It looks like when we picked it up later, I thought, oh Lord, we cracked it when we dropped it. We cracked the screen. But actually, I'm hoping that's just the screen protector, because Hotwave, they ship a glass screen protector in that box. And so either I've cracked the screen protector, which I really put on very, very poorly. I mean, come on. What kind of idiot does that and that and that? Me, that's one. So either I've cracked the screen protector, hopefully that's all it is, or I've destroyed the device. Okay, first off, you can see the crack there. There's actually multiple cracks. I'm not sure how well they're holding up. Let's see if I manage to destroy it. You know, let's start over here in the corner where I didn't bother to get the corner clean. Ah, it's the screen protector. The screen protector. There we go. Now you can really see. I guess you can. Yeah, there's the crack. There's the other crack. And there's a crack up here in the corner. What about underneath? It's okay. It survived. That's great.
A lot of boring math later.
So here we are a couple of weeks in. Time to tell you what I think of this thing, and has it lived up to my expectations. Now, first off, you got to remember, this isn't a top-end tablet. This is $180. So how does it compare with other $180 tablets? Well, this is one of those instances where specs don't really even get close to telling the story, because it's so much more and a little bit less than it should be. Let me explain. So first off, the physical design is amazing. And what's in my hand over here is our HotWave Hyper 7 Pro. And this was the first HotWave device I ever used, and I really liked it because it had the raised edges around the screen instead of like completely around, just on the corners. So does this tablet. The raised corners, for protection, same thing. So we're a couple of weeks in. What do I think? Well, we've taken it out in the wilderness. We've been using it daily. We've beaten the tar out of it. It's been put through its paces. And I gotta say, this is one of those instances where the specs don't even begin to tell the story, because there's a couple of things about this that I'm like, why did y'all do that? And then there's other things I'm like, this has no business being that good. The camera is better than it has any right to be. I think, I'll put the spec up here, but I think it's 13 megapixels. And Unlike some devices where they make the camera look, they put a huge camera bump on it, this has this barely noticeable camera bump there. I mean, look how stylized that is. Anyway, little tiny guy, and it's just one camera. That's the flash and a camera. The pictures I'm taking with this thing are like, wait, that's 13 megapixels? I've had phones and devices, tablets with much bigger sensors. This does an amazing job. What you're looking at here are some outdoor pictures, and you'll notice some of these are action shots that this tablet is capturing. Even the video is not bad. It does not have optical image stabilization. It just has the electronic stuff. Just super impressed with the camera. Now, I'm not saying it's like DSLR quality or anything like that. I'm saying for a budget tablet, the camera has no right being this good. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I have a super unit. I don't know. What is it, Tina? Then there's something that HotWav did with the Hyper 7 Pro that they have done here as well. So I'm not sure how well it's going to show up, but right there is FM radio. You click FM radio and you're brought to the, it looks like the same app that's on the Hyper 7 Pro, and yeah, so you just turn it on and it says to start listening, plug in headphones used as an antenna. Oh, easy enough. I have lots of wired headphones. Must be under this flap, right? No, just the USB-C port. Notice how it's orange under there? So smart. Maybe it's under this flap. Nope, just the SD card and SIM card slot. No slots. No slots. Power button, volume rocker. There's no headphone jack. And HotWav includes an app that needs a headphone jack. So let's ask a question. What can you actually do with an affordable tablet running a Unisoc Tiger T606? Let me dim the lights. Let's check it out together. There's just some mood lighting. This is Steam Link. Over mobile data, my SIM card. So in conclusion, the HotWav R10 Pro, what do you think of it? I'm kind of impressed. Now, the FM radio thing's kind of a bummer, and you got to take into account that this is like a $180 tablet. You consider the price, this is a really good deal and really impressive. Super rugged, super durable, so that eliminates like most of the problem with this thing. Huge battery. More of the problems with this thing, and if you're dorky enough like me to use it as a phone, actually I've been using it with a Bluetooth headset, you could use it as a phone. Another thing these can't do. Pretty cool device. And clearly you can game with it. And something I didn't touch on, but you probably picked up in the video clips of the gaming, it has really good sound. I'm pretty sure now, see, there we go. See, those are big box speakers. Great stereo separation, sounds really good, very loud. Actually, I will take a phone or a tablet into the shower and watch video. I have 4 kids, don't judge. I actually have to turn this one down because it's so loud, it's too loud to listen to. With my phone, I have to have it turned all the way up, so super loud. And just for complete transparency, HotWav sent this to me for free. How cool is that? Now, another company wanted to send me a free device recently, and they sent me an email saying, hey, would you like to review this device? And I said, sure, I'd love to review this device. That looks like a cool device. I'd love to have that device to review. And then after I agreed, they sent me a contract and said, please sign this contract. I read the contract, and in the contract I had 10 days to produce a video. In the contract, they had 3 or 4 or 5 scripts. I only read like 2 of them scripts that I had to like basically read off of. And they said, you can flavor it with your own, you know, thoughts and opinions, you know, your own personality. No, it's your own personality. We love your personality. You can flavor with your own personality, but say these things. You love it, you like it, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, I was never allowed to sell the device, give the device away, use the device in a contest, and I wasn't even allowed to throw the device in the trash. HotWave, what they said was, hey, we saw your review of the R10 Pro. Would you like to do a video on the R10 Pro, or the Hyper 7 Pro? Would you like to do a review of the R10 Pro? I said, sure, why not? And they said, great, we'll send it to you. End of the agreement, and it showed up. They did say, however, we're going to put it on sale, and we're going to have a coupon code. You can put that in your video if you want. And then they said, we also have an affiliate link that if you would, you could put the affiliate link in your description, and that'll help them out. And I love these guys at this point just because of how cool I think of their devices. And I'm not saying that because they sent me one for free. Like if you saw the Hyper 7 Pro video, I love that phone, which is still, by the way, a daily driver in this family. So in the description down below, there's the coupon code, should be anyway. I haven't received it yet. And there should be an affiliate link down below. I don't know, I haven't received that yet. And I'm waiting to release this until the day they tell me to release it. Other than that, that's all the stipulations HotWave said for this device. So all the opinions you've heard are my opinions. The good, the bad, the ugly. The FM radio is kind of dumb. I wish they'd stop doing that. Oh, I wish there was a fingerprint sensor. There's no fingerprint sensor. I don't know if I said that. And there's no NFC. So I should have put that earlier in the video. I don't go by script. Have you noticed? I don't go by script. I don't go by script. I say what I'm thinking. If you want some polished dude playing with a device in a studio that never actually takes it out and uses it, that never drops it on the ground and shatters the screen protector, that never finds out the cameras are actually pretty good for 13 megapixels, don't watch my stuff. If you want someone who's actually using the stuff, tune in. I have another tablet coming up, and I have another couple of devices coming up in time when I have time. But right now, I always seem to be making these videos at dinner time, and my wife made some sort of Italian dish that smells amazing. If this technology could transmit smell right now, I'm telling you guys, I'd have 1 million views on this video right now because y'all be tuning in just to smell what my wife's cooking. I have to go. I am hungry. It's dinner time. I love you guys. Like, share, comment, all the YouTube stuff. Bye.
You know what the worst kind of meaninglessness is? Not the ones who have become weary of pain, but the ones who have become weary of pleasure.